Hey everybody, how's it going? Another day in the power saw shop. You guys know the deal. It is still freezing cold outside. I have the fire on. I just put some oak in there. So oak is no joke, like I always say. And the BTU is going to start going up and we'll get it warm in here. Little smoky in here today. I was running power saw and I actually had to turn the exhaust fan on. I have an exhaust fan in here, but that sucks all the heat out. So hope you guys are having an awesome day. Just want to say thank you to everybody that comes to this channel and supports this channel and myself. I couldn't do it without you guys. This is a channel of positivity and we're going to keep it that way. I sometimes I think how far this channel's come. I was just some fella in the prairies in Manitoba. I turned my camera on one day and made videos and the people came. One thing that's been instrumental in this channel is the support of you guys and also Wolf Creek Saw Shop. If you guys are looking for parts, if you're anywhere, if you're overseas, if you're in Canada, United States, please give Ryan at Wolf Creek Saw Shop an email and he'll help you out. I promise you that. He has been instrumental in this channel and I really want to take the time to thank him. So I got another order. This order, Ryan and I will email once in a while and he sent me an email, are you looking for parts? And I thought, well, it's 372 time. And I know you guys have been waiting for 372 content, so I stocked up on 372 parts. Let's have a look at what Ryan sent me, part by part. I know you guys enjoy this kind of stuff, and in fact, I think I'm going to bring you in so you guys can see just a sample of what Wolf Creek will send you if you order parts from them. Okay, so first package. What did I order here? Oh, this is going to be fun. So I am going to be doing, look how small that ring is. Interesting, eh? What could this be for? Look at that little tiny wee piston. So I have that 200T here that I gave away and it actually came back. The carburetor went south on it. So I had a spare carb and it's going to get ported. So we're going to be porting a 200T coming up. And I thought to myself, I wonder what I could do with a 200T. So I ordered this nice little piston from Wolf Creek. This is a Highway 200T pop-up. So I thought, what if we give a 200T a little more compression? And again, being a climbing saw, I don't want it to be hard to start, but let's give it a little bump in compression and see what we can do with it. So really very interested in this project. 200T pop-up piston. Okay, next up on the list. Oh, Ryan sent me another 272, 268 coil. I tried one of these and actually it worked good. So if you guys are looking for an aftermarket option to an OEM coil, this is a DZE ignition. They seem to work good. I've had decent luck with the one I have. So again, available at Wolf Creek. Again, I really appreciate the people that gave me the time of day. Ryan was the first vendor that was like, I'll send you parts. It's really hard to get parts in Canada. And having somebody in the States that'll actually take the extra time to ship parts across the border, that really helps me out. And again, we're building 372s and we want to build big bores. So I grabbed a couple of 272 52 millimeter pistons, again with a caber ring. Now these are not pop-ups, these are just flat top pistons. I tend to order flat top pistons if I'm going to do a custom build because I have a lathe and I can cut my piston to what I want. And again, typical Meteor quality. It's just super nice pistons. I've always had good luck with Meteor pistons. And again, came with a caber ring. So I ordered a couple of those. I'll just move those over. Now, for an upcoming project, I didn't have one. Same thing, so I ordered a 66 still piston. This one is 54 millimeters. And again, typical Meteor quality. It's very nice. And again, with the caber rings and the circlips, I will use Meteor circlips. They don't scare me. Most aftermarket I won't touch. Okay, now something interesting. People have been asking me, what are you going to do with that 2165 Johnson head? Well, that's a 48 millimeter saw. Okay, I'm going to try, because I already have a ported 365. I'm going to put, if you want to get that extra performance out of your 48 mil 365 special, 2065, 2165, okay, the old style 365, the new style is 50 millimeter bore. You need to find a piston that's going to work. This is a 262 Husqvarna piston, 48 millimeter, single ring, and this is way lighter than a piston from a 365. I'm going to go and through my parts stash and see if I have a 365 piston so we can compare them. This is a new old stock, super old 365 piston. Okay. Notice no open windows because you don't need that in a 365. Look at the difference in material. Just a heavy, heavy piston. You could feel the difference. This one's way lighter than this one. Okay. Now, this is not going to be a direct bolt on. Okay. If you look, I'll just line this up by eye. Okay. It looks like I'm going to have to do some machine work. Now, hopefully there's enough meat on this thing that I can, well, drop the cylinder enough, maybe cut a pop-up into this. But you guys see where I'm going with this? There's so many ways to build a saw. That's why, now, floor to ceiling, these are the same height. Okay, they are 100% or pretty close to the same height. But there's so many ways to build a saw, so many recipes. That's why I don't get involved in this my build's better than your build thing. I know you guys have seen that. What is better? Better is so subjective. Which truck's better? I don't know. What do you do with your truck? You guys see what I run? I run a 96 3/4 ton 6.5 turbo diesel. Why? Because that's the perfect truck for what I do. Let's get to the next series of parts. This is awesome. I love Wolf Creek Day because this is when I can conceptualize what I'm doing. Whoa, what I'm doing and kind of, you know, plan my projects. Okay, some small parts that are available at Wolf Creek. OEM carb kits. Now, I don't know about you guys. I do use some aftermarket carb kits. I'm just going to put the rest of these away. But grab this bearing for 660. I may be doing a 650 or a 660 in the coming months. So I thought I'd grab some parts. New wrist pin bearings. Sometimes it's overlooked. Now it's rare that a bearing goes south, but I thought, you know, it'd be nice to just replace them now and again. So Ryan sent me these wrist pin bearings, carb kits, K24 HDA and a K10 RWJ. Again, he has the Walbro kits in stock and they're fairly priced. That's one thing I like about Ryan is it's all right there, and you can order the stuff you need, you know, hard part wise, and it's all right there. I was talking to a buddy the other day. He was having problems with his 372 leaking at the carb. This is what you need to buy. These are aftermarket, but they're metal. The factory ones are plastic. This is the flange that holds your your throttle cable and the end of the boot, and then the carb screws to it. These are an absolute time saver. I try and put them in every saw. You know, anytime I have a 372, and I haven't worked on a ton of them lately, but anytime there's a 372, 365 in here, I'm going to change it and put this in, because this will stop that flange from leaking. So again, just good stuff coming our way. And I'm going to show you guys all this on video. Now, you guys know that I picked up this saw. Hopefully you guys can see it. So here's that 372 original edition that I picked up. It's a, what is that, 2005? I think I'm going to keep this one. This will be my saw. And it's in really, really nice shape. We got 372 content coming this year. I want to get into some of the more modern saws. This thing's in nice shape. It's got a good cylinder and piston. The problem is with this saw, and my buddy priced it accordingly. I think he gave me a really fair price. This saw has a Farmer Tech crank in it. And you guys know I don't trust those cranks because the rods are too stiff. So I ordered, I'm not even going to pull this out of the packaging. I ordered a New West crankshaft. Here's the part number, 503-729174. These are good cranks. I've been asked many times, what's a good aftermarket crank for a 372? These are good cranks. So if you need an aftermarket crank and you can't justify the price of an OEM, try one of these. I think you'll be happy with it. And he also sent me, which is awesome, he also sent me a highway crankshaft right here, okay, to try out. So maybe I'll throw the highway crankshaft in this saw and see if it lasts. It's my saw, right? So again, here's the highway crankshaft. It looks equally nice to the NWP. I don't know how hard this rod is on these. I've never used a highway crankshaft, but perhaps we'll throw the highway crank in this thing. Who knows, right? So, fun times coming. I went from no 372s to many of them, and I know I'm going to mail one to another builder and get him to build it, but I'll do a video on that another day. So there you guys go, 372 crankshafts. One of them's definitely going in this saw. Okay, now another thing I ordered, because I like the look of the one I ordered for that 038 Magnum. I ordered and I'm just going to open this up because I'm curious what it looks like inside. I ordered a 357, 359 muffler, and this is a NWP New West. And actually, it looks nice, and it's heavy. It's got nice paint on it. I didn't really want to hack up the factory muffler, but I think this one we're probably going to do some work to it. And very nice looking. It does have a baffle in it, but I think from what I'm seeing here is I can go in here and cut the baffle out pretty easily. So again, it's hard to beat Wolf Creek because, you know, they have what I need. They have parts for saws that I work on. And again, I ordered some more 272 top ends. So if I decide that one on Hogan's, I just don't want to risk the JB Weld, I can rock and roll. Again, I use these all the time. I've had pretty good luck with these cylinders. I have used a ton of them. And really no problem. Here's what you get. Here's what you get when you order from Ryan. You get a spark plug. These come with a caber ring. I don't think I ordered pop-up pistons, but I can't remember. I've been cutting them on my own if I do a pop-up. Yeah, so I ordered flat top pistons. Nice combustion chamber, nice squish band. And again, the plating in these looks really nice. Just, I've always been happy with these, and I'll continue to use them. Okay, let's put this back together. You guys know the deal. If I didn't like a product, I just wouldn't use it. Oh, it helps if you have parts that aren't in the way. There we go. The wrist pin was sticking up there. This goes on one side. There we go. Good thing I'm not packing these things. And of course, because we're doing 372 content. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do. One saw is getting mailed away. Get the sausage fingers in there. One of my 372s is getting mailed away, 100%. And then we have the 2165, so I could port that as a 48 mil, because that would be fun. I can make those things absolutely rock and roll. You guys that have been around know I run a ported 365 special, and I don't feel that it gives up anything to most saws. Yeah, can you get more power out of a 372? Sure, but I don't feel the 48 mil gives up much. Here you go. I ordered a 52 mil, a couple of them, highway big bore pop-up kits. And again, I may do one with a pop-up and one with a 272 piston. Where's a 272 piston? Right here. I'll show you guys the difference. A lighter piston is a good deal. You can just, it's just a good deal for a saw. Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, depending on what your squish is, this is not going to be a direct bolt-on, but you can make it fit. So, you may have to do a little machine work with this, and you're going to get more intake timing. So, again, look, boom, okay, that fits right in there, no problem. I really like these highway cylinders, and they seem to work well. And for the price, you guys have to remember one thing. If you're in the United States, it is way harder to get parts up here in Canada. A lot of places won't ship here because they don't want to deal with the border and all that stuff, the paperwork. And there's not a lot of places to get parts here. OEM cylinders in Canada are so ridiculously expensive that it's just not worth it. And it can be hard. It can be hard to OEM rebuild a saw up here with an OEM top end. Some OEM top ends in Canada are $500 or $600 Canadian. That's a lot of money. When you can literally, for $500, you can literally, in a lot of cases, you could buy a new saw or a running saw, or you could buy a top end for $150 delivered, and you know, a gasket set and some bearings, and you have a rebuilt saw, and you still haven't even paid for the price of that OEM cylinder. So again, you guys know I use these. These are Highway 268, 272 seals. And again, I ordered some 365, 372 gasket sets because we're going all out. And when I port a 372, I'm 100% going to go through it and replace the crank seals and gaskets. And 357, 359. Now, one thing Ryan's doing that I really enjoy is right now, if you go on his, and of course, friends, I buy everything in bulk. I don't do it one saw at a time. I've been buying in bulk since I started working on saws for the simple fact that I go through so much things, and I don't go through product like a big shop would, but I'm constantly doing bottom ends in that it just, I order everything in bulk, or try to. Now, one thing Ryan's doing now, and I really like this, you can order a gasket set. So say it's this 357 gasket set. You can order the gasket set with the SKF bearings in one package. So if you're new to saws and you're trying to figure out what parts to buy, well, it's nice. Here's your crank seals, your case gasket, your exhaust gasket, and your base gasket. And then with this comes a set of bearings. So you got everything you need to rebuild your saw, basically. And then you can order a carb kit. You know, you order your carb kit, right? And there you go. What do you need? You might need a fuel line. You might need a fuel line and a piston and cylinder, or just a piston. And it's like, you can order everything from Wolf Creek under one place. Hit the button and it comes in a quick amount of time. So there you guys go. This is what's coming up on the channel. We're going all out on 372 content. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed that unboxing. Unboxings are fun. And I remember being so poor, no money, ordering 1 Meteor piston at a time. One piston, and waiting for it and hoping that I could save the cylinder. It is so cool, the support. You guys out there make this happen. I want to take the time to thank you guys again, because without you guys watching my content, this just wouldn't be the way it is. So it's thank yourselves, because you guys make this happen. And of course, Wolf Creek Saw Shop has done nothing but help this channel out. So if you guys like what I do here, please go to wolfcreeksawshop.com, check out their products, and maybe give them a chance and order some product from them. I'm all about helping small businesses, and any small business that has treated me good, I'm 100% going to help them, because that's what we got to do for each other. And Ryan at Wolf Creek has been awesome to this channel, and he's been awesome to many people that I know. I've had people say, oh, I bought parts off him. You know, I bought parts off Wolf Creek. They were awesome. So, again, guys, I'll put a link in the description. Thanks for hanging out, and I can't wait to do some 372 builds and all kinds of fun this summer. We're going to have a blast, I can promise you that. Thanks for watching. Take her easy. Later.